Hi everyone, I'm going to be doing some journaling today. I have my notes journal with me. I am currently reading Dune, so I'm going to probably just do one spread about a bunch of words and places that I have not come across before, and I'm just going to take some notes on that. So it's mainly an excuse for me to practice hand lettering and use up some of the pretty stickers and washi tapes and watercolors and stuff that I have. So I think this time I'm going to write the stuff first and then maybe decorate around it. I have all of my pouches full of all of my stickers and stuff like that. I actually just got these pouches in. I saw them in Robin's Instagram stories, Journal Rhapsody. She had those, and then my Robin found out where she got them on Etsy, so I'll have those linked below. Let's see. I'm gonna use this. This is my TWSBI Eco with a medium nib. This is actually full of Organics Studio Frog, and it's a pretty vibrant green. It's still kind of deep, and it has ridiculous amounts of gold shimmer in it, but I'm not having too much luck getting a lot of the shimmer to come out, so I'm still playing with it. This is only like the second day that I've had this. So I think the first thing I'm going to write is that Fremen word. So I am really surprised at how many of you have already read Dune. In my last video, I'll have that linked below, but I was really pleasantly surprised and how many of you said you went out to buy the book or you're interested in rereading it. I thought that was really cool. So I'm just going to thicken up the downstrokes. Actually, when I print like this, I'm not actually doing the downstrokes necessarily. I'm just kind of thickening it up where I want. So what I generally like to do is just write out the word or whatever it is really big. And then I usually take my Noodlers Lexington gray and write the little descriptions underneath it. And sometimes I'll leave some space because, you know, as you read along in a book, more information develops. And so I have some space to add there. But, you know, that's not a must for me. I'm not strict about that. I'm happy to just put a new entry in for like the same thing on a different page. So there's no real rhyme or reason. I don't have a lot of rules for this. I'm just kind of writing them down as I go and having fun with it because I do love lettering. So any excuse to do that is good in my book. I'm going to write Chome. I just have my book open so that I can reference this because I don't know how a lot of these things are spelled. Actually, let's use a super tip for this. So I went with green. I don't know if I want like a green spread. I guess I'll just use this one. So I'm going to write Chome Company. I guess that's how you say it. Also don't know how to pronounce any of this stuff. And I do plan to edit this to make sure I'm not just sitting here deciding on stuff for the whole video because I didn't plan this out too much in advance. So O and then A. So these markers are the only ones that I really feel like I have control over when I want to do like traditional or real hand lettering like this. Because my favorite way to do it is to write out in any kind of pen and then go back and thicken up the downstroke. So it's like fake hand lettering, I suppose. But when you do it the correct way, I can only do it with this, with the Supertips and a water brush pen with watercolors. And I don't know what it is, but you know, you just experiment and then figure out what you like. So I always defer to these two for now anyway. So I think I'll just write company, and I'll do it in, this is my platinum Curidas, and it's full of the Diamine and Cult Pens Robert ink. So it's purple, but it has a green sheen to it. And this is supposed to have gold shimmer. I don't know if I said sheen before, but I don't know if you can see the gold. You can see it a little bit. I need to play with that some more. And I love being in this journal because it's Tomoe River paper. My current journal is not. I'm just trying to use up some inserts that I have. So I will fully enjoy using all of my stuff in here because Tomoe River paper just shows off all of the really delicate features of an ink. So I'm glad I do have a journal like this that I'm working in where all of my products can shine. So Fremen Chom Company, and oh, let's write Landstrad. I think that's how you say it. Also, I have my window open because I wanted to hear the birds, and now all the dogs in the neighborhood are barking. So whatever, we actually have a really mild day today. There's like no bugs flying around, so it feels really good in here. And it's May. I don't know. I'm like in the southeast US, so this is really weird for May. What did I say I was gonna do? Oh, Landstrad. What do I want? Let me decide. I think I'm gonna do, no, that's a long word. So you know what? I'm gonna use my Curidas again and write Landstrad. How do I wanna do it? Oh, I'm going to fake hand letter it. So if you like Dune, if you've already started reading it, let me know how you're liking it. I'm still, like, I'm on page 50, but I feel like nothing is happening yet. It's just a lot of info dump still, and it's just informational so that we know how the politics work and the class system. And I need to concentrate so I don't butcher this word. I think there's two A's. A and then a D. Oh, I got that to fit. Nice. So I don't have like a favorite character yet. I think it's a guy that just came into the scene yesterday. What's his name? I think his Gurney Halleck. Let me see. Yes, Gurney Halleck. He's fun and he has some personality. I haven't seen much of anyone's personality yet, except for the Reverend Mother. I think I really like her just right now anyway. She's got a really hard edge to her, but I think what I'm kind of doing is I looked up the cast. Well, I saw the cast for the new movie adaptation a little while ago, and so now I'm kind of picturing those actors as when I'm reading. I'm picturing them doing everything while I'm reading the story. And I don't think I've done that before. I don't have anything against that, I don't think, but maybe it'll make me enjoy the movie better. Let me decide the next thing I want to write. I might write something here. I might write two more things. Oh, let's do the planetary ecologist. His name is Kynes. Oh, I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce any of these things, so I just kind of want to see the movie too to see how they are pronounced. I guess I need to watch the old movie and the series. I heard the movie's better though, so I'm gonna watch the old movie and after I'm done reading this, if I can get this done before the new movie comes out. We'll see. My track record for reading just really sucks lately. What color am I using here? Okay, so I've incorporated purple. I did this with this spread too, but whatever. Let's use a dark purple too. So I think I'm just gonna block letter or something his name. So Kynes. So let's try. I don't like writing, when I write this way, I don't like doing it too big. Kynes. So when I thicken up these downstrokes, I feel like I like the look of it better when it's written smaller. And S's, I hate these. I can never get them to go smoothly. I'm probably going to outline that with my Uniball Signo. I might do Chome as well. Let's just do that. So I can't read a book after I've seen the movie. So if I watch the movie and I haven't read the book yet, I'm basically spoiled on the book, and I'll never be able to go back and read it, because I said in my other video that I don't reread books, and it's just because I can't. I get bored. The whole story starts flashing before my eyes, and I feel like I know exactly what's happening, and the mystery's gone for me. And I don't know. I always try, but I've never been able to do it. And after years of doing that, I finally just came to the realization that I may just not be a rereader. And it's funny because once I see the movie, I have that same experience where I can't go back and read the book, because then if it's fairly similar to how the movie played out, then I feel like I'm rereading the story, and that's such a shame. I have done it. The last one I can remember doing that with is Cold Mountain. Who's that by? I think it's by Charles Frazier. But, you know, it was that movie that was done with Nicole Kidman and Jude Law, and I loved that story. And I decided to read the book, and I read the whole thing, which was kind of an anomaly, but it was also the only time that I remember liking a movie better than the book. That's rare. That's rare for me. I think it might be rare in general. You know, I guess it's commonly accepted that the books are better just because you get much more detail, especially if you love the story. Why wouldn't you love that more? But for some reason with Cold Mountain, I didn't like how it was written, I guess. It was out of sequence. So you kept flipping back and forth between the past and current day, and I didn't like that. I liked how the movie was sequential. And then the movie had the soundtrack. I think it has the most gorgeous soundtrack. I need to write this whole big thing. I really want to write this. But I'm not, I know I'm not going to be able to talk through that. I'm going to write this. But yeah, so Cold Mountain had such a beautiful soundtrack. And then I really loved the prophetic well that Ada would look down, and it was kind of woven throughout the story. And there was just a mystery to it that the music enhanced in the movie. And I'm only jabbering on about this because it's one of my favorite movies ever. I need to decide on a color and a style. I might, oh, let me use, I'm going to use, what is this one? I think this is Organic Studio Nitrogen. Let me start writing it out. I think I'm just going to do script again. Missionaria Protectiva. Oh my gosh. All right. I really need to figure out how to label all my pens. They are all mixed up. They're not labeled in any way. And I need to find some way to organize it. I thought about maybe putting a little piece of washi tape or something on all of them. The problem is I mostly have all TWSBI Eco medium nib clear in the clear. And I just kind of have to like hold them up to the light to try and figure out what color is in them. And I need to do some kind of book or something like everybody does. I've seen, you know, Adventure Denali and Mrs. Mom do it, and then Protect. This is like a skill, talking about something and then trying to write something completely different. And then who else did I see? Oh, the Tiny Canary, and then Mitz recently did that, and I'm like, can I hop on that train because I need it bad? So I might. I don't know how to Protectiva. Okay. I kind of started swooping upwards. All right, that's fine. I'm going to, oh, you know what would be cool? I should do my downstrokes in a different color. I did it with that. That's kind of cool. I'm gonna try that. Let's go back to this one. I don't know why, I'm just enjoying this, even though I kind of like didn't have the most positive things to say about this pen. Maybe it's just because it's still new to me. I do need to figure out a way to categorize all of the pens that I have inked up and make it just a bit easier to locate what I'm looking for. Does anybody have any tips on that? That would be super helpful. You think I would figure this stuff out before I just dive in and start confusing myself with all of this. And I always have to have like the same type of pen. It's like once I like something, I just need multiples of it. But I did end up getting a lot of these TWSBIs. I think this is all of them. Is this okay? I have one more that's not filled. So these are just the ones that are currently filled. But I got a lot of these for Christmas. I think I didn't put much on my Christmas list because I wanted to make sure that people got me that. So I got two, I think I got at least two for Christmas. And then I got another one or two for my birthday, which is after Christmas. So then I was like, yeah, I have everything that I need. So I'm not really big into buying fountain pens. Oh, let me let that dry first so that we can see all the effects. I think that's it. Let's put like a sticker or something down. Let's see. Oh, because Arrakis is a desert planet, I should put some of these rainy day ones on here. That would be funny. I don't really spend much time trying to figure out like appropriate stickers or anything. I just put whatever I feel like. And I actually don't decorate too much. Like this is a really decorated page, but you know, like most of this is like, there's only one sticker here. And I found the sticker says hate, which is perfect because the Harkonnens like super hate the Atreides family. It's not as sticker heavy and decor heavy as my like journal as my normal everyday journal. So I'm just going to randomly start sticking these down. Why didn't I use any watercolor on here? I'm finding that when I use the watercolor, I have to do it pretty big because of the brush is so big. So yeah, see, that was watercolor. So was that it? Yeah, and then here. So I think I might stick with doing the watercolor brush pen for shorter name. Like, look what a mess I am. His name is not Peter. It's not spelled like that. It's spelled P-I-T-E-R. And he's the worst. I don't like him right now either. So, rainy day. It needs something else. I might put a flower because Lord knows I've got a crap ton of flowers. Oh no, I wanted to use these. Let me see. The only thing about these is that it's like a Ziploc, so you have to make sure you have to like pull it every time. I actually don't mind that because I love these so much. I love that they are crystal clear. And am I putting this down the right way? I like that they're crystal clear, and I love the size of them. And actually these you can punch right here and put them in like a ring setup, which is pretty cool. But the whole thing is A5 size. So I might just, oh, there's another one though. I might just put down a couple of these. Yeah, I might just do that. Oh, so I talked about that Cold Mountain was one of my favorite movies. So I have 5 movies that are my favorite, and it's been this way for years. And the way that I determine if a movie becomes a favorite is if it's a movie that I can watch over and over anytime and not get bored. I can just pop it on and still love it and still enjoy it. And since we have established how terrible it is for me to reread or re-experience a story that I know everything about, it's saying something that I love to rewatch these 5 movies. And I couldn't even really say what it is about them, but Cold Mountain is one. Okay, A Little Princess, the one that's directed by Alfonso Cuarón, Practical Magic, Little Women, and it's the Little Women that is with Winona Ryder and Susan Sarandon. That will be my favorite one ever. And then Pride and Prejudice with Keira Knightley, and then Cold Mountain. So yeah, the Keira Knightley version of Pride and Prejudice, I'm all about that one. And I did see the new Little Women, and I don't know why I'm messing around in this. And I really loved, oh, is this a cactus? Oh, how perfect is that? Oh, I kind of like that better. Oh no. See, this is why you put your stickers down first. Can I peel this? Oh no. I wonder if I could just leave it and then put this there. I'm gonna force it. Okay, let's trim this guy. So I did watch the new Little Women, and I really loved it, but I did not particularly like how it was out of sequence. I don't know if I have a problem with things being out of sequence in general. Usually I can follow along. I don't know what it is. It's probably because the Winona Ryder version has been my favorite since it came out. And so I harbor some judginess for anything else that changes it. But I understand, and it was refreshing to watch, but it did not take the place of the original one for me. Well, it's not the original one, but the Susan Sarandon version. So, oh, look at this. That looks cool. So it's got purple downstroke, but then it has a green shift, a green sheen, and then the nitrogen is a blue with a red shift. That's cool. I'm gonna have to start doing that more often. I like it. So now I just have to find my, okay, Wow, that was a good try. I just picked the first one and it happened to be my Noodlers Lexington Gray. This is the one that I use to write in all the details. Did I already say that? I don't know. I'm just chittering away here. So I don't really know what that is. It's just been mentioned. Kynes. I guess that's his name. So he's the planetary ecologist. In the back of the book, there's an appendix when you know it's serious when a book has an appendix full of all kinds of stuff. So he is a planetary ecologist who explored Arrakis. So I'm just going to write planetary ecologist and then just wait till I have some more info and fill it in. All right, I'm going to write the little bit I know about this. I'm not really sure. I'm just going to write have been in Arrakis, and I'm gonna quote softened, what does she say? Softened it up somewhat. Softened it up somewhat. All right, so I might leave the rest of these blank for now. I think I'm gonna wrap it up there. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys, and I will see you all soon. Bye.